Howdy. Alright, so before we dive into this video, click the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell, the little bell-shaped button. Tap on that. Hit the thumbs up button. That means you like the video, and you do. I'm just letting you know in advance you do. Comment down below with ideas for any future videos that you would like to see me make, and I'll consider it. If it's something that I'm into, I'll make one. And you can also comment down below at the end of the video about your thoughts on the video. So, if you came to the video from the thumbnail picture or the title, some of you might not even know what is a asexual male and what is a MGTOW monk. Those are two groups of people. Both of them, there are many different people that associate with those titles that believe many different things. So I'm going to clarify which ones I mean in this video. The asexual males I'm talking about in this video are males that don't care one way or the other about whether or not they're in a relationship, whether or not they're regularly sexually active. They don't need that to, be happy, to survive, to be self-fulfilled. They're more concerned about their family, their money, if they have children, their children. If they don't have children themselves, their friends, their neighbors, their community, their world, humanity as a whole, instead of being obsessed over, getting every woman in the world to want them or love them or stay with them or leave them or not, or any of that bullcrap. They're not homosexual men. They're just men that don't chase after women at all. They could care less. They can live with or without it. And that's what an asexual male, by the definition that I'm referring to, is. They can have romantic feelings for women that are worth having romantic feelings for, but they can live without sex or with it, and it doesn't make any difference to them. They don't chase it. That's the main point. They don't chase after sex. They don't chase after women. They don't chase after being loved or feeling love for or from a woman. Doesn't matter to them at all. They chase after God, money, their children, their future, whatever it is that they're into that makes them happy personally, and that's it. And women just aren't on their list at all. And having that mindset is attractive to women. And a MGTOW monk is pretty much a similar thing, except a MGTOW monk is not someone who doesn't inherently have those feelings. It's someone who's made a conscious decision to mentally override their biological feelings and emotions, their anatomical reactions. So an asexual male is not really something that you control. I guess maybe you could, but that's not what most people that are calling themselves asexuals are doing. They're talking about they just inherently don't feel one way or the other about sex with a woman or romantic feelings with a woman most of the time. So an asexual male is a male that if a very attractive, what most men would consider a perfect 10 woman walks by them in a bathing suit, they probably just don't even get an erection. They're not homosexual. They're just, it's not on their mind. They're thinking of something completely different than that. A MGTOW monk male, the woman walks past him, he might get the anatomical reaction of an erection, which is absolutely normal and healthy. But he's not going to, a normal man, when he gets that erection or that anatomical blood rush to that region of his body, that completely overrides his mental faculties, and he is now being led by his body and his emotions like an animal. Let's just face it, guys, that's true. Most of us are like that. MGTOW monk males are not like asexual males in that they don't have inherent biological or emotional attraction to women, but they are like them in a different way, that they mentally override that, and they will not chase after women whatsoever. They feel no need to do that, and so they override their biological feelings and anatomical reactions and things like erection or things like butterflies in the stomach and heartbeat elevating when a pretty woman walks by. They cause you to be like, oh, I need to know her. I need her in my life. I'll do whatever she wants. I'll do whatever she asks. And if I get her, I'll dance like a little monkey to get her to stay. A MGTOW monk minded male will not do that. And I'm neither of those things. But what I'm telling you in this video is that having a similar mindset to both of those types of men is exactly what men who most attractive women are attracted to are doing. Men that you would call an alpha male, men that a lot of them are bad guys, bad boys, or whatever. But you don't have to be that to be one of them. And these men have a similar mindset to an asexual male or a MGTOW monk. Not exactly the same though. They like sex, they want sex, they even might chase after women a little bit, but they will not be ran by women. They will not lower themselves to anything for a woman that they would not do for a male. If most of the guys that you would call a nice guy, that everybody wonders why women crap on and do wrong and all that, it's because they can tell that you're really not. Usually most of these guys that you would call a nice guy, they're really not nice guys, meaning they're not doing all these nice things for men that they would do for a pretty woman, or even for unattractive women that they would do for a pretty woman. So if you're calling yourself a nice guy and you're not sure why pretty girls or attractive girls are not treating you right, are you a nice guy to every girl, or are you a nice guy to specific targeted girls and with a motive and a purpose? Are you holding the door open for old men that are walking up to the 7-Eleven when they're right behind you? Are you holding it open for them as well? Are you being as nice to an elderly woman or a 8-year-old girl, holding the door open for them as you would for a pretty, Pamela Anderson, Megan Fox looking woman? Or are you only doing that type of crap for a pretty woman? Are you showing up when a guy friend that you've known for years, or a guy friend that you met a week ago, calls you and says they got evicted in the middle of the night and they need somebody to help them load the U-Haul? Are you doing that for men, or for ugly women, or for fat women, or for short women? Or are you only doing that for 5'9", 6 foot tall, brunettes and blondes with blue eyes, or mixed girls with long curly hair that are beautiful, or beautiful Hispanic girls, or whatever your cup of tea is, and a beautiful Asian girl? Are you only doing nice guy stuff for beautiful women? And if you are, and that, let's just face it, sit there and analyze yourself. If you're a male and you call yourself a nice guy, 9 times out of 10, that's what you're doing. You're not helping unattractive women or males that you just met that call you up and say they're about to get evicted and they're behind on their rent. You're not saying, hey, I know I just met you, but I'll give you $200 to pay your bill. You're not doing that with men that you just met. You're not doing that with unattractive women that you just met. You're doing that with beautiful women that you just met. So you're really not a nice guy. You're just a simp. You're a chump that is easily manipulated and used by a pretty woman that wants to get what they want, and then will give you nothing in return for it. And it's because they know that you're not really nice in the first place, and you're just as bad as they are. They're bad for using you, and you're bad for letting them use you just because they're pretty. So what an alpha male has in common with a MGTOW monk or an asexual man, but that's different, is that he's different in that he is attracted to, emotionally and sexually attracted to beautiful women, but he will not give them anything or do anything for them that he wouldn't do for any human being. If he's holding the door open for her, the beautiful, perfect 10 woman, it's because he's a nice guy that would hold the door open for anybody. If he's not holding the door open for anybody, he's not doing it for her. He's not doing anything for a woman that does not belong to him, that is not his wife or his very serious long-term relationship, basically fiance. He's not doing anything for any woman that doesn't qualify for one of those titles, that he wouldn't do for me if he just met me, that he wouldn't do for you if he just met you. If I'm at a store, if I'm at a restaurant going inside, anybody who's behind me, I'm not a jerk, I'm not a bad boy or a bad guy. Anybody who's behind me, if there's 10 people behind me, I'll hold the door open for all of them. Not because they're women, not because they've got the blessing of not having a penis, so they now have some special, some magical quality about them that deserves me to hold a door open for them. I'll hold the door open for an old man. I'll hold the door open for a 10-year-old girl. I'll hold the door open for a 15-year-old boy. I'll hold the door open for a 25-year-old man. It doesn't make a difference because I hold the door open because I'm a nice person, not because I'm attracted to you. And some guys will hold the door open for no one, me or whoever, Megan Fox or whoever. They won't hold it open for anybody, or they'll hold it open for everybody. So what I'm saying is, don't do things for women that are beautiful that you wouldn't do for anybody and everybody equally. And don't need to be in their presence. Don't feel like, you need to be around pretty women 24/7 to be happy. And then you're going to run out and go to every bar and club that you don't even like music. You don't even particularly like dancing. Probably don't even drink that much. And you only go to these places because you think that's where pretty women gather. And you only drink because that's what you need to do in your mind to get the bravery to talk to one of them. That kind of stuff that's not going to get you an attractive woman. Not any attractive woman worth having that you want long-term in your life. That you want to be, if you get them long-term in your life in scenarios like that, you're going to be stuck with them. You're not going to be, blessed with them. You're going to be stuck with them. Just avoid party girls, women who just like to dance. Oh, I just like the taste of alcohol. It tastes so yummy. Like anybody in the world likes the taste of alcohol. I just like to dance. I'm not going to the clubs because I want to meet other guys than you, even though you're my husband or my boyfriend or whatever. I just like to dance. Even though I can dance in my bedroom and turn on the music in there, I just like to dance. It has nothing to do with guys. And I just like this dress and these uncomfortable heels and this uncomfortable lingerie. I'm not putting this stuff on today when I'm going to a club because I want to meet a new guy and get naked in front of him in this Victoria's Secret lingerie that's uncomfortable as hell. I just like these kind of underwear. I just like this kind of form-fitting, wedgie-causing dress. I just like these high heels that are going to break my ankles that I can't even walk in for 5 minutes without complaining. Avoid girls like that. Avoid girls that do girls' night. Avoid girls that, I just go to bachelorette parties to support my friends that are getting married. Listen, any woman who would have a bachelorette party, men too. Anybody that would have a bachelorette or bachelor party before their wedding that needs to do, immoral, crazy things to get ready for a commitment isn't ready for a commitment. So if you know a girl who is going to bachelorette parties that you wouldn't want her to throw herself, you can bank on it that she's the kind of girl that will throw it when you want to marry her, and that will be having sex with some male strippers somewhere while she's supposed to be getting ready to get married to you. Avoid girls that are party girls. Avoid girls that are, bachelorette party attenders or girls that want to have one themselves. Avoid girls that that congregate at bars and clubs. Just avoid those type of women. Don't meet a girl at a bar or a club and then start a relationship with her and think that is going to change and then be mad at her when she goes to bars and clubs, because spoiler alert, that's where you met her at. That's where she's going to be. That's who she was when you met her. You're stupid if you thought anything was going to change. You need to meet a girl who already is the kind of girl that is wife material, instead of meeting a girl who's worthless and trying to make her wife material. Women do the same thing. They try to meet a horrible jerk that's clearly not worth being around at all, let alone dating or marrying, and they try to fix him. And men do it too. Stop doing that stuff. Don't date a woman like that. Don't get engaged to a woman like that. Don't even have sex. Even if I'm a Christian, so I don't think you should run around having sex with people you're not married to anyway. But even if you're gonna do that, don't do it with those kind of women, because you accidentally get a woman like that pregnant and you're stuck with her for the rest of your life, and you will live to regret it. Or maybe you won't live to regret it because the stress of it will kill you. Okay? So MGTOW monk men and asexual men, what they have in common with an alpha male that gets all the beautiful women he wants and actually doesn't even have time to hang out with all the women that are pretty that want to hang out with him, is that none of those three types of men care whether that woman pays them attention or not. It's just that a MGTOW monk or an asexual male, asexual males don't care because they're not attracted anyway to the woman, so they honestly don't care because they're not attracted to her. MGTOW monk men, they're attracted to her biologically and emotionally, but they're thinking with their brain, and they're like, nah, she's not worth the trouble, I can just tell. And so they're not going to show attraction to her or act like it by, you know, letting her call them up and ask for rent money when she just met him and then saying yes. They're just going to laugh at her. And the alpha male, that's what he has in common with them, is that even though he would enjoy sex with her, even though he is sexually attracted to her, maybe emotionally attracted to her, he's not going to do anything for her that he wouldn't do for any human being. He's not going to be a fake nice guy and do nice things for her that he's trying to get her to think he's a nice person. But then when you see how he treats his waitress or his mother or his grandmother or a strange old man or a strange little kid that needs some help on the side, on the side of the road with his bicycle tire that popped, he's not going to treat her any different than any of them. He's either going to ignore all of them and not help them, or he's going to be nice to all of them and not help them. That's what an alpha male has, and an asexual male has, and a MGTOW monk man has, that you need to get ingrained in your mind permanently, and you will be able to attract all kinds of attractive women, to where you're going to have to like turn them down because they're not your type mentally or emotionally or spiritually, or they don't dress how you would like, how your taste in women is for them to dress, or they just do things you don't want to do. Before you have this mindset, you'll be, oh, this pretty woman is paying attention to me. It doesn't matter that everything about her is wrong for me. She's pretty, I want her. After you get this mindset, you'll have an abundance mindset, and you'll understand, listen, there's 8 billion people in the world. More than 4 billion of them are women. Millions upon millions upon millions upon millions, maybe hundreds of millions of those are my perfect type, not just in good looks, but in personality, in spiritual beliefs, in emotional beliefs, in lifestyle choices. Is perfect for me. Why would I go out of my way to pay attention to this woman just because she's pretty and do things for her that I wouldn't do for any other person, when I know that there's someone out there by the millions, not one, not the one, millions of women out there that are perfect for me, and any one of them I can hang out with over this woman. Why would I want to waste my time with this woman and do favors for her in hopes that she'll like me, have sex with me, date me or whatever, and then accidentally impregnate her and then be stuck with her on child support wishing you were dead for the rest of your life? Why would you do that when you can just get in your head that you don't need women like that? And then all beautiful women, good ones that you would be attracted to emotionally and mentally, and bad ones that you would only be attracted to physically, will be attracted to you because you're not worried about them. You're worried about you. You're worried about your family. You're worried about your friends. You're worried about people who have actually done things for you, who actually care about you. And you're not worried about some stranger you just met doing things for them favor-wise that you wouldn't do for your best friend that you've known since high school. Get that in your mind. Let that sink deep down in. Don't pretend to be like that. That will not work. Pretending not to care, playing hard to get, that kind of crap, that will not work. But when you actually understand that you alone by yourself make you happy, and you realize how awesome and entertaining you are, and you can literally go to the movies by yourself, and you can literally go to a restaurant by yourself and actually enjoy yourself and have a good time with you because you are entertaining, and you don't need anyone to complete you. Once you get that way and feel that way, you will be amazed by how many attractive women on a regular basis will approach you, will ask you out, will start asking you questions like they're interviewing you or something, wanting to get to know you, randomly approach you pretending that they need something, that they need help with something that they clearly don't. It will happen to you all the time once you adopt the mindset of a MGTOW monk or an asexual male or an alpha male that they have in common. The one thing that those 3 completely different types of men have in common is the mindset of, I don't give a crap whether any woman likes me or not, whether any man likes me or not, whether any human likes me or not. I do what I do because I like it. If it's not immoral, if it's not evil, if it's not harmful to humanity, and I want to do it, I'll do it. And I don't care if any woman likes it or not. And if I have an opinion that I say in front of a beautiful woman and then she contradicts my opinion, I'm not going to backtrack and take it back and say, oh, I actually don't really like that movie. Oh, no, 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 I don't like that food anymore. I'm going to say, I don't care what you think. This is what I like. This is what I'm going to do. You can join me or not. You don't have to. That's what you do. That's how you have to feel. Don't pretend it. Don't fake it. Adopt that mindset and that worldview and be it. Feel it. Think it. 24/7. And when you do that, that the moment that becomes real, any available, unmarried, single woman, and some some non-single women and some non-married women, don't mess with married women, don't mess with non-single women, but some of them will be attracted to you. They won't even necessarily know why. They will always, even women that you've known your whole life that you already know, will become attracted to you simply because something has changed in you and they don't know what it is, and it's you simply do not care. You do not need them. You do not care of their opinion of you, and you do what you like. And the moment that you do that, you will now occur to even women that you've known your whole life in a completely new way. And they will be attracted to you, and they might not even understand or know why. And that will be why. So become that type of man. Become the type of man that cares about what you and people who have shown that they love you feel, and not what strangers think. And do what you want to do, as long as it's not evil or harmful to anyone. Do what you want, and don't care what people think about it. And don't care if a beautiful woman tells you she doesn't like the color of your shirt, or she doesn't like the style of your coat, or anything like that. You find what you think looks good on you, you wear it. You do the kind of things that you have fun doing. And if some pretty woman asks to come along, but then she says she doesn't want to go there, she wants to go this place, you say, well, you go have fun and do that. I'm doing this, like I said. When you adopt that mindset, women will start to approach you, and women that you already know that never paid you attention will start to pay you attention. And that is how thinking like a MGTOW monk, or like an asexual male, or really, bottom line, like an alpha male, will get beautiful women attracted to you. So, obviously you loved this video. Give it a thumbs up. If a double thumbs up was possible, that would be ideal, but they only let you do one on YouTube, so give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Tell me why you liked the video. Give me ideas for future video content to make, things to talk about, things to do. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button down below. Pound that notification bell, the little bell button, ring that thing, and share the video, share the channel, make it go viral. Help support your boy.